Welcome to BSAC Operation Oyster, a thrilling science project focused on locating, recording, and restoring our precious native oyster populations in the UK. We are calling on all passionate divers within BSAC to join us and become part of this incredible initiative and help make a real difference. Our project is supported by Sea Wilding, Blue Marine Foundation, ZSL, and the University of Portsmouth. In 2022, our focus was on diving and gathering crucial data. We were privileged to dive in 3 scientific sites where oyster restoration trials have either taken place or are currently underway. These sites included Newton Creek on the Isle of Wight, Folly Outfall Pipe off Calshot, and Blues Reef in Langstone Harbour. With permission from their onboard scientist, we collected specimens for analysis in Blue's laboratory. During our dives in the Solent region, we made a fascinating discovery. Native flat oysters were found on every dive site where intact shipwrecks, wreckage, or reefs existed. However, areas of seabed without reef or metal structures were generally devoid of native flat oysters. These elusive creatures were challenging to spot unless you had an expertly trained eye. The more experienced our divers became, the better they got at identifying these hidden gems. Our expeditions to Scotland provided incredible opportunities for education, not only with the divers on our liveaboard expedition, but also when welcoming visiting divers who dropped in for a cup of tea. Acting on a tip from Sea Wilding, we set out to explore a site which might have both seagrass, Zostera marina, and native flat oysters, Ostrea edulis. From a purely sport diving perspective, the site may have seemed unremarkable. Soft, silty seabed with minimal visible life, a few sea pens, occasional scallops, and scarce fish. These seabed conditions are replicated in many other sheltered sea lochs on the west coast of Scotland. We ended up discovering what appears to be a substantial carbon store made up of large native oyster shells buried in the silt. This finding was simultaneously exciting and disheartening. Exciting because we could envision the incredible site it once was, and disheartening due to its current state. In Scottish waters, we found an abundance of saddle oysters, proving their plentiful presence. All our diving expeditions provided volunteer sports divers with opportunities to complete elements of their BSAC diver training or log experience dives. Looking for oysters wasn't the sole focus. In fact, it's a deliberate strategy of our project to encourage sport divers to search for native oysters during their regular dives. This approach promotes sustained monitoring of popular dive sites, especially those near native oyster restoration areas. Joining BSAC Operation Oyster is simple. You can participate on every single seawater dive if you wish. Your observations, such as noting the presence or absence of oysters, are incredibly valuable. For more information, visit bsac.com/Operation Oyster and embark on an exciting journey of conservation and science.